Hello everybody, thank you for being here. Welcome back to the Kemisphere. I am Kimberly, aka the Passport Traveler. And this is the Kemisphere. So I, yep, it's going on again. This one, it likes to do this. Anyway, I was just watching ES's new video. Like I said, she is the topic of discussion now because she is going through some things. And what makes me very, very interested in her story is, and what makes me watch, I think, is because she's married to a man. Ben Man is from the northern region, and I don't meet people. I have only met one person from the northern region, and that's my husband. And there was somebody that came to the store one time from the northern region, but I didn't get to meet him. I didn't speak to him, anything like that. But her husband's from the northern region, and she spent 5-6 years or so in the northern region. And one thing that I seem like I noticed, because we show you a small portion of our lives, so I'm not gonna say that this was her whole life, but I was always interested in the fact that she seemed very isolated on the farm. Like that seemed like that was her whole life. Her and Ben Man on the farm, and occasionally somebody would come through, a kid or something. But that could have been just what she showed us. So I told my husband, she said something in her video, the new one. She said, I can't remember. Anyway, go over there and watch. It's called I Needed This Drink or something like that, where she's traveling to Aruba Mountains and then on to Cape Coast. So yeah, I told my husband I would never, ever move to the northern region. Well, I don't even know about the northern region. I would never move to Bimbila for sure. I didn't know Tamale was in the northern region until probably about a year ago. But yeah, I don't think I could ever move to the northern region. No, let me speak on Bimbila because I don't know anybody from anywhere except Bimbila. My husband's from Bimbila. And the way that they think, the ridiculous, my opinion, the ridiculous things that they believe to be true and they believe in and how they live, it's just almost disturbing for me. It is really almost disturbing, like traumatizing. So there is no way I could ever, ever, ever live there. I was telling my husband, just being around him for 5 years, that it seems like his dad was the chief imam in Bimbila. And I think he still is. I know he was. I don't know if he still is now. He was a chief imam and he's an educator. He works at a school or a college. I'm not really sure. But I told my husband, I don't think your dad taught you how to love God and how to accept the universe and the moon and the stars and this beautiful green earth that God created. I think your father instilled and probably beat into you Islam. Like, you know how to be a good Muslim, but you don't know anything outside of being a Muslim, really. Like, it doesn't seem like your parents taught you how to love, how to accept love or receive love, or know God, have a connection with God. I know he speaks on God, but it doesn't show that he knows God, like he has a connection with God. And it's sad. I told him, I said, it's really sad listening to your story that Islam was just beat into y'all. Y'all really didn't have a choice. Like right now, I don't even know if you want to be a Muslim. It's just who you are. My mom was a Muslim. My mom was a Christian. My dad was a Muslim. As I got older, I chose Islam over Christianity. Islam kind of resonated with my spirit more so than Christianity. Islam was a real calm, quiet religion. You didn't stay at the mosque for 6 hours. You kind of went in, heard the word, got out. That was it. Muslims seem to be very united, and they do still right now seem to be very united. But one thing about being in Ghana, I don't really care about religion at all. But one thing about being in Ghana is it has showed me a whole different side of Islam. Ghana has made me really not want to be a Muslim anymore. To see how these Muslims live and the things that they believe in. Okay, it's Islam plus their culture is added to it. And in America, we have Islam plus whatever our culture is there. But oh no, baby, I could never go to live in Bambila. And after listening to ES, and she was in Tamale, I could never probably go to the northern region. It just wouldn't be my cup of tea whatsoever. Yeah, but I'm very, it's very interesting watching her story because she touches on really little things that I have seen in my husband and go through in my marriage. Now, my marriage is not like hers or what she showed us. Me and my husband aren't going through a separation or anything like that. But let me tell y'all what happened. My husband took a job in Accra 2 months ago, July. And he's come home. He took a job in Accra. He came home 2 weeks ago. He's coming home a Friday. Me having to function and live without him it has been a lot. It's been emotionally traumatizing for me. I didn't realize, just like she said, that I have been so disconnected from society, just being around my husband, having him do absolutely everything for me, traveling with me. Like every time I leave this house, my husband's with me. So to not have that is a lot. Even having to cook and clean for myself and wash my clothes. Well, today I sent my clothes to the laundry. Having to cook and clean and run my water and it's been another culture shock, I guess, because my husband's been here for 5 years doing everything for me. And so I was struggling with how am I going to get out, because I'm up like 3 hills, and I would have to walk down 1, 2, 3 hills to get to the main road, which is not really even a main road, to get a taxi and get to what is the main road, which is the Cape Coast Road. But yeah, thank God my husband's coming back. He's currently sick. He has malaria right now. I mean, he has malaria really, really bad. So, he got his medicine. He's been sleeping for 2 days, and he's going to come on and come home. He said because the people don't give a shit about you at that job. He said, they don't care about us at all. Like, I could lay here and die, and they don't care. As long as I'm security and make sure nobody steals their iron, they don't give a damn about me. So, yeah, he's coming home. So the other thing I didn't mention, which I did hear ES mention about Vim Man, my husband as well as Vim Man, but I never noticed that Vim Man's English wasn't very good, but probably because he speaks it. He doesn't understand it. I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention to that. I wasn't really so much into the skits and them talking. Like I said, I really go way, way back when she was building. That was what I really liked, was just watching them build. And once the building stopped, I kind of like lost interest because, I was really into the beginning of it. I wasn't into the skits and things like that. But my husband as well, being from Bambila, he, like I said, he speaks 7 or 8 languages fluently. The only one he doesn't speak fluently is Fanti. He can hear the language and he can communicate a little bit, but he doesn't speak it fluently. But my husband speaks good English. He speaks this good British English, but he doesn't understand my English. So we have a lot of issues with, the language barrier on top of the cultural difference. There's a lot of me repeating myself, and it's been over 5 years now of me being with him and almost 4 married. So it's no, let me see. No, over 4 years of us being together and almost 4 years married. So there's a lot of me repeating myself. There's a lot of me I don't know when he doesn't understand me. Like Latif is not a talker. Vim Man seems to be more of a communicator. My husband does not talk. He don't have nothing to say. If you say Latif said that, you a damn lie. He ain't in nothing. He don't want to hear no gossip. He don't tolerate any type of nonsense or disturbance or any type of confusion. He don't like it. So I'll notice when I have to repeat myself, because either he'll say, "Oh, Hajia, what did you say?" Or what is the mean? He'll say, "What is the meaning of that?" And then I'll have to explain it to him as if I'm talking to a maybe almost a kindergarten or a first grader, as if I'm speaking to teach you the language. Or he'll get quiet. I'll say, you know, like for instance, when I asked him to pass me one time the tripod, and he was standing there looking, and he said, "What is tripod, Hajia?" And I said, "The phone stand." The phone stand, he understood. Tripod, he didn't know what the hell that was. There has been situations, like I said, where I've had to ask him to crack the window, and he wanted to know why would I break the window? Why? And so, but yeah, that's just simple stuff. But every day I'm repeating myself or explaining to him what I mean. That is emotionally draining in itself. So that is a language barrier right there, to go 5 years of doing that, having to constantly explain myself. Or I will say one thing and he will hear something else, and he will do something else. And so, and then later he'll say, "Oh, Hajia, I didn't understand." And so I was like, okay. But yeah, that's frustrating. Let me make an example. If I say, "Can you bring me some orange juice from the store?" And he might come back with some oranges. It's simple. He'll come back with oranges. This has happened. This is just an example. It has gotten a little better, and I mean like a little better, but nah, that language is still there. Like I said, I believe that they speak British English, and it is different from United States American English. So I just want to throw that in really quick before I put this video together on CapCut. Y'all know what I'm sick. If y'all use InShot, let me know, because InShot, I love InShot, but InShot takes up a lot of data. It takes up a lot of space, to the point where I had to delete InShot like a few times. Clearing the cache and doing all that stuff doesn't work. I had to really just delete InShot off my iPhone and off of my iPad. I don't even know if it's on the laptop. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's an app. I don't know if I could use it on the laptop. But yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and put this video together. Bye-bye. I forgot. Let's talk about emotional support. Like, they don't understand crying and sadness. Getting a hug is like foreign to them. Like, to give you a hug is to any type of emotional support was foreign to my husband. Now he adjusted after 5 years. My husband adjusted, and he knows me now. He knows my love language. He knows, he's gotten to know me. He knows when I need a hug. He knows. Yeah, he had to learn, but there is no emotional support. Almost, you're expected to not cry unless your child dies. You're expected to always have it together. And it took a while for my husband to get that, to even understand emotional support. Like, he holds my hand everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, from the day we were together. But if it comes to me having a down day or a bad day, he didn't get that. He does now, not as much as an American man, but he does better with it now, understanding my emotions. Yeah, let me get back. So with all that, I don't know where I left off at, but it seems like another thing in her video, she was saying, well, this is what I heard, because I want to choose my words carefully, because I don't want to, yes, it's not a person I have any type of beef with or problem with. I'm interested in the story, so and so many people have made these nasty videos about her and saying this, and that. I don't want to be that person. So it sounds like what she's saying is that being in Tamale on the farm, on the land, is that with her and Ben Man, is that she lost herself. Maybe she lost herself. She became dependent. Like I say all the time, my husband he handicapped me, because I don't know how to get back out into society, which I'm going to, because now that he's been gone for 2 months, I think this September, it's been almost 2 months. And even though he's he's coming back. Oh yes, what I was saying, he's very, very sick. He was really sick with malaria. He was vomiting on the phone, and he hasn't been able to eat. So he's gonna go ahead and come home. And I don't know if he's going back or not. I don't think so, because for him to go back to that full-time job means that I would have to learn how to live without my husband, which I don't want to. I didn't get married for my husband. I didn't marry a truck driver or somebody in the military. I didn't get married for my husband to live somewhere else. And so it's either that I accept that he will be living somewhere else and working, or that I will have to move to Accra. And that's almost not an option for me. I've been in Elmina 5 years. I'm cool with Elmina. I like Elmina. Like I said, I chose Elmina because I like the slower pace of life here. I like the villagey feel of being in Elmina. And so, yeah, so it sounded like she was saying that, she lost herself. And now she has to figure out how to get back out here. And she said, hey, like basically, it sounded like she said, hey, coming through Cape Coast and talking to Tasha, or I think that's the lady name is, I remember who I am. I heard her say, I forgot who I was, which is something I've said many times. She said, I remember who the fuck I am. And so, yeah, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to start telling my own goddamn business. But yeah, I don't have no beef with nobody on social media. Yes, I do. I still got a problem with that green bitch. And I'm going to continuously have a problem with the green bitch, because she is just that. She is a fucking... She's a trash can bitch, is what she is. She's a trash can bitch. Now I done got distracted. I done got totally distracted thinking about this green bitch. I forgot what I was even... This is how much power she has over me from what the fuck she did to me. It doesn't bother me like that, because it just doesn't. But I realize at certain moments like this, like, bitch, you really, what you did really took a toll on me. It really fucking did. And I hope I don't get to the place where I want to get my lick back. Let's hope we don't go there to where we want to get our lick back. Anyway, back to ES. I'm not really rambling. I'm just talking because I just really want to talk, and y'all my friends. So my husband's gone. He's all the way in the crowd. Oh no, Kumasi Accra Road, some damn where. So y'all my friends now. I have this big battle coming up Tuesday. So tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to start my battling on TikTok at Meet Lil Kim. We got to do a 5 days worth of battling to get some gloves and, different power-ups for this big battle that we're having September 2nd. If you can join me going over there, even if you don't have gifts, meet me over there at 11 p.m. Ghana time, September 7th for my big battle, just to show up in numbers. Like I say, even if you don't have a gift, just show up. So people be like, oh, all 10,000, 5, 4,000, 14,000 of her people did show up. Yep. Anyway, let me go on over to CapCut or InShot or somewhere and edit this video and make it look decent. Yes, I'm proud of you. It is a blessing to have, it is a blessing to, okay, let me say this. My circle is Ghanaians. My circle is pretty much my husband, who speaks, I think, 7 different languages fluently. And so anybody that comes to the store, whatever language they speak, my husband can speak it. He speaks English, Dagomba, of course, Arabic, Fanti Tui Ga Hauser. I think that's it. And I forgot what the fuck I was saying again, y'all. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It is so much on my mind. It's so I need to start taking notes. Except I need to wait till my husband come back with my husband has my iPhone. I usually take my notes on the iPad, but now I'm using the iPad for the camera. As soon as the laptop is here, I don't know. I can just get a pencil and paper, but I need to take notes so I know what the hell I'm gonna say and don't forget. But the thing is, I don't ever have a script or a thing to say really. I just feel like talking and turn my camera on and start talking. Then I forgot what the fuck I was supposed to be talking about. Dang. I remember. So, like like I said, I'm surrounded by Ghanaians. I'm not surrounded by Black Americans at all. I'm not surrounded by Americans at all. My circle is the local Elmina people, and that was intentional. I don't get to see Americans. I see K&K. I have met up with Inez. I have met up with some people, but to hang out and be around them and have that sisterhood and that camaraderie going on, I don't have that with Americans. And I think I let the first batch that I met, I think I let the first few spoil me, and I hate that because the first few Black American women that I met was just kind of like, I don't want to do this in Africa. Nope, I didn't come over here for that. Nope, 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 and no. I wouldn't deal with you over there. I'm definitely not going to deal with you over here. And I let those few people like spoil it for all the Americans, and But anyway, I understand what it's like to be with someone and they understand your language and your culture, and you have that sisterhood. I enjoyed being with Inez and K. I love being with K&K. She works my last nerve. When I tell y'all, this girl, she ticks on my tick. But I love being with her. She brings me life. While she's bringing me life, she's killing me at the same time because she's stressing me out. And I enjoy being with Inez. We was with Inez for a small amount of time at the Oasis Beach, and that was a good time. It was nighttime. I love the night breeze. I just hate I didn't have a blanket because it was cold, but I can deal with the cold if I got a little blanket, a cup of hot coffee, and it was just a cool situation. We ate some chicken wings Kate ordered. They wasn't good. She talked about the chicken wings, and I don't blame her because they was not. But I already know how restaurant food is, so I don't fool around with restaurant food because I have not had any good restaurant food. No, no. Anyway, it's time for me to smoke my cigarette, so let me go ahead and get up off here. I got me a pizza again, y'all. Let me show y'all. I got another pizza. Yep. Got another pizza. This was my table. I put the pizza up here. Let me see. And my pizza all for myself. I have to warm it up when I'm ready to eat. Ooh. This is a spicy, ooh Lord, spicy chicken pizza. And I'm telling you, this chicken tastes like, I said this before, it tastes like they got the jalapenos on it with the seeds. Ooh. That's almost a frozen Coke, y'all. It's slushy. Okay, let me go over the CapCut because InShot done got on my nerves. So let me head over to CapCut and edit this video. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Leave a comment. Girl, I saw your comment, Thomas Kim. You better not block me. Girl, I ain't gonna block you because I saw your comment. Excuse me. I saw your comment. I'm blocking people who are coming over here and not saying anything. That won't be tolerated. This is going to be my plan is for this to be a very active channel. You know, no niche, no nothing really. We just gonna get over here and talk. And I want y'all to talk back. Because y'all know I'm not a storyteller. I'm not a talker. I'm just, you see, I've been rambling the whole time. Love y'all. See you soon.